too.
Hello.
Cool. But yeah, no, as long as she's blowing, I'll call her whatever I want. She can't talk back.
I was gonna even do that, like just voice that. How we get started?
What, gargle, gargle, gargle? Is that what you were gonna voice?
Gargle, gargle, gargle. Now, may we get started?
Well, let me make sure I got the Amazon thingy pulled up.
Right.
Oh, weird. It looks like it might have closed on me. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
That's gay. I had it. I know it was up earlier. I don't know why it got closed. Oh, it might have been when my browser got reset. I don't know. Who fucking knows? There we go. That'll work.
Somebody Stargazer went over and just started following me. That's nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we had a DT Day is our newest follower over on Rumble. I just saw that earlier when I was setting up the stream, so that was pretty cool.
We're like talking about stuff, and then Shadow Warden just comes in here with the facts. You're all gay.
Well, I mean, these things do happen. These things do happen. What episode were we on? Let's see here. Oh yeah, the Zygon invasion. That's right. This is going to be fun.
So
this is going to be fun. What?
Apparently, it gets better. I mean, the Arya Stark episode was pretty okay.
Right? Yeah. No, I think this season gets better as it goes on. Mm-hmm. We'll see. There might be a few bad ones towards the end. I can't remember.
It's like you got a whole bunch of really shitty salads and appetizers, but then you get like filet mignon.
Well, it's kind of like with Daredevil Born Again. It's like we had those we had like that last those last few episodes weren't that bad. Like we even got to see Kingpin being Kingpin at one point and Daredevil being Daredevil at one point, and then it was like, and it was just like weird at the end. But
I think we were just so disappointed.
I think this is better. Yeah, we expected so much more.
We liked kind of the first 3 episodes, and we're like, we were pretty okay with that. And then we really liked the bank heist episode. And then it turned into
which
a lot
apparently
of
everybody else hated, which is really funny, including the actor Charlie Cox. Even he hated that episode for some reason.
Oh, but I liked it. I liked it a lot more. Yes, it was by the numbers, but here's the thing: that's the episode that kind of stands up the strongest.
Yeah.
Sorry that he hates it.
These things happen.
But yeah, I was just so out of it, and I was so disappointed that we didn't have a hospital fight scene, because remember how fucking excited we were at that?
Yeah, like, we really thought we were gonna get one.
We were like, oh, hospital fight scene! Hospital fight scene! Yeah. It's like, no, he just goes away. He's like, fuck you!
Right, it just snuck out. I know, that was wild. So, all right, well, fuck it. Let's go ahead and get started.
In the heart of the cosmos, where time and space collide.
Did you say dickless?
The Doctor and his TARDIS forever to glide.
Oh, okay.
Thinking.
From the streets of London to the far edges of space.
I may or may not be a little high.
Martha and Donna, through time they chase. Daleks and their fury, Cybermen, steel and cold. The mysteries of Bad Wolf, stories untold. To the planet of New Earth and the fires of Pompeii. Through the shadows of the vast and the right, they find their way. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show where the universe was at their command. Jesse, the common nerd with a vision so bright, guiding through the episodes into the night. The maiden sunk her with insights to unveil. And Mr. Grant Gregory with lore to irrigate. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, it's ain't given Nebra. A Sakurax invasion and the last Dalek stand. With the Doctor at Guardians undone. Back when Who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a universe was at their command. From the battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, where heroes and legends in their prime.
So, all of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will, where do you want to start?
Oh. How's everybody doing tonight, boys and girls? It's just with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things 33 common sense lens. And welcome to another wonderful edition of When Who Was Good, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Doctor Who, the season 9, episode 7, the Zygon invasion. Tonight, boys and girls, I remember this episode pretty well. It is pretty wild. It is pretty crazy. We get the return of some of our favorite, or one of our favorite characters out there. If you were here till the very end last week, you got to see the teaser for this week's episode. And yeah, Oswin returns, ladies and gentlemen. So it'll be fun. And then everybody's favorite face sucker with all of the little tentacles all over the place that David Tennant may or may not have been making out with in the 50th anniversary special. So these things do happen. Giant suckers on the tongue. So yeah, it's awkward. These things do happen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So speaking of things that do happen, Sunker Maiden, how you been, darling? What's going on?
What was that? That was a lead up. I was going over and I leaned in really close to my mic and everyone said, like, you're so smart, making fun of you that you muted your mic. And then I looked down, I was like, oh fuck, I left my mic muted as well.
Good job, dumbass. You're gonna fucking call me out. You couldn't even have your own shit right.
Yeah, I am cautiously optimistic. I'm glad that they brought back Oswin. I want to go over and see what the fuck's going on there. It'll be interesting.
That's fair. No, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So it should be a good time. If I remember this episode, I think it's a pretty good time most of the way through. If I remember correctly, it's been a little while, but I do seem to remember this one pretty well. So that should be fun. So yeah, I'm excited to go. How'd your little stream go earlier? I saw you were playing a game. What game were you playing?
Playing KOTOR.
Oh, nice. I've never actually played that one. I think somebody gifted me that one on Steam, but I've never actually played Knights of the Old Republic. I've also got the Force Unleashed, like Darth or Sith edition or something too. That somebody gifted me that one. I got to play that one soon too. And somebody gifted me Star Wars Lego freaking Friday, so I have all the Star Wars shit I got to play now.
It seems pretty much everyone likes the Force Unleashed, even though that's not my cup of tea, and I'm tired of going over and playing in that fucking universe. I'm a huge fan of KOTOR. It was one of my first BioWare games. The other one being Knights of the Old Republic.
Nice. That was your
Neverwinter Nights. God dang.
I heard really good things about that one too. I never did get around to that either, but I did hear really good.
I love that one. I'm gonna stream it one day after I finish one of the other games I'm streaming.
Right? Yeah, that's always the problem. You got to finish the games you're currently got going on right now. Like I'm trying to put some more hours into Rogue Trader tomorrow. At some point, because like that, I like the game's a lot of fun, and it's one now that I've figured out like the combat and the missions and like how all that kind of stuff works and how to do the combat. Like I'm a lot better at it now than what I was before. Like I was really sucking really bad in the beginning. But now I've kind of figured it out a little bit better. So it's like I want to get a few more missions on my belt, but I know that game is pretty in depth. But they're releasing new DLC for it in like a month. So it's like
deal with it, bitch.
Right, and they're adding a brand new class too. They're adding the Arbites, which is essentially like state police on a planet. They're like federal police. They got like a bunch of big beefy armor and all kinds of cool shit like that. But yeah, so it's like so. Well, I do what I did with Cyberpunk and dedicate the next month to Rogue Trader? Probably. But we are going to play Ace Combat on Monday since it's Memorial Day. We're going to play some Ace Combat on Monday. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, we're not going to bother with the news because there ain't going to be nothing going on. Everybody's going to be off barbecuing and out at the lake or out at the beach or doing all that kind of stuff. All the kids are out of school and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Man, I'm going to be totally into my E-drama news. I'm going to be glued to my seat because like more stuff dropped. It's like, oh no. It's just like, it's me and my E-drama news. It's like watching a slow repeating train wreck all the time, and it's always a different conductor that's causing the train wreck to occur. It's just like, what did you do? Oh, you idiot. I think you just went over and violated your probation. Oh no.
If this was the 90s, you literally would be the woman at the grocery store checkout lane grabbing like 3 or 4 of the tabloids just to see all the gossip that was going on and what
J-Lo and Ben Affleck are seen together?
Oh. Right, yeah.
Flipping through it.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. No shame in your game at all. You'd grab 3 of those and put them on the fucking belt right behind the milk and the eggs, man. Oh god, that is so funny. That's why that stuff makes money, man.
But dude, if I was back in that time period, at least have a husband to justify it. Like, girls gotta go over and keep business somehow.
Right? Gotta keep some kind of drama going on in my life because knowing your husband would be like some kind of fucking bookworm or something like that with just like he'd occasionally like to go hiking, but most of the time, and she's like, I need some drama in my life. He's great. He's wonderful. He's good. He's chill, but he's too chill. I need some drama in my life. So you gotta go read.
You don't think I could get like a smooth talking man? that's romantic and everything.
You could, but he'd still have to be a giant fucking nerd on top of it. Cause like, yeah. You're not going to end up with Francois. That's just not going to happen, Sunker. I'm just letting you know that right now. It's not going to how that's going to go down.
I'm not going to end up with anyone. I'm going to end up with dead is what's going to happen. But we're not here for the Sunker love life. We are here.
This is true. So we're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat as well. And as a friendly reminder, if there's anybody over there on YouTube, please join us over there on Rumble for the full viewing experience. This is a watch along as well as a review. So we will be pausing and stopping and doing all of that kind of fun stuff. But because of the way YouTube's bots work, they can't tell the difference between what is actual fair use and a traditional review and what is somebody just trying to put some shit up to, rob off of somebody else's IP. So because of that, we do have to play over in Rumble Sandbox. So please join us over on Rumble at The Common Nerd if you are catching this on the replay. Hopefully, if there's a mod out there, he might be dropping a link, but I think probably most of you out there know where to find us on Rumble if you over on YouTube as well. So please join us over there. And as always, boys and girls, general rules apply for an evening stream. $5 cart hits, which I think I still have it in my pocket. I do. $5 cart hits, direct donation, or through the Rumble or whatever, all that stuff that goes on. And all of that kind of fun stuff. Obviously, $50 shots, $25 horrible videos of Sunker, direct donos for those ones, or, I don't care, through the Rumble stuff too. And then, of course, Dancing Baby, Dancing Sunker, Gifty subs, direct donos, you get whatever you want because you can put a message in there. So by all means, have fun, boys and girls. Support your local working poor streamer and video content creator with kids trying to fix the population crisis in the West. So until then, let's say hi to all you fabulous folks out there. And of course, Sunker, thank you for the raid, my dear. Appreciate that very much. This eccentric was in first over there as well. Always appreciate you, this eccentric. Another one of our fine channel subscribers, Kaio Saber. with some emojis in the chat. Another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble as well. All right, John Washburn over on the YouTube side says, hey, y'all. Hey, John. And hey, John, thank you for the comments on the last couple of live streams for these after we shut them off and the videos just turn into kind of their little thing up there. Thank you for that. Thank you for the comments, because we had one of the Doctor Who ones get like over 300 views after the stream was over. So yeah, appreciate any of you guys to go on there and over on YouTube and comment after these are over, because that helps push that stuff out in the algorithm and hopefully get more people to show up for these. So appreciate that. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Always appreciate that. Shadow Warden 99, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble, says, you are all gay. It happens. These things do happen. These things. That's right. There's his eccentric. Now I can highlight him. There we go. There we go. Oh, and we've got Dragon Noodle over on Kick.
Hey.
Says, nerd, Sunker was being a pervert. Oh, color me shocked there.
I was not being a pervert.
Also, she was flirting with Jolie again. Jolie. Like Dolly Parton's Jolie? Like what? Like that one? Oh, that's
like
Jolene.
An old black man, Jolie.
Oh, wow. That's awkward. I mean, they say black don't crack, so I guess maybe it's okay. I don't know. Awkward.
It was me simping over his fucking character. He's a very fun fucking written character.
Ah, okay. Sunker's simping for story again. I got you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Nothing gets me going like a good story.
This is true. I enjoy the Jordan Peterson shirt. Thank you. Hail Lobster. Clean your room. That's right. Mm-hmm. Tell the truth. Because this was after Marvel made fun of him as Red. They made him as Red Skull. Remember that? So
Jesus Christ, that was so dumb.
Dude, it was so fucking stupid. So like, yeah, so they literally made the shirt with like Hail Lobster for the Hail Hydra thing. Yeah. Clean your room, tell the truth. So yeah, these were like a limited time too. You can't get these anymore. So I don't wear it too often because I don't want the thing to fade. But it's actually, considering how long I've had it, it's actually I've had it for like 2 or 3 years. It's actually holding up pretty well. Yeah, it's true. I'm too lazy for that shit. I just turned it inside
damn
out.
it. Well, no, I freaking love that. I love that they went over and did that because like, wow. What a fucking thing. She's like, if you're mean to me, I'm gonna make you the villain in my story. Nah. It's like, you can't play in my sandbox or I'll make you big.
Right. If you go against the agenda or say anything that isn't of the talking points of the spirit of the age, we're going to turn you into the bad guy and try to crucify you. Yeah. Good job. Look, how many issues did that well, actually that comic might have sold a bunch of issues just for a bunch of fucking fools that wanted to buy it and have Jordan Peterson fucking sign it. Like, I would have bought a copy just for that. Now that I think about it, that would have been fucking great. Speaking of fucking great, what's up, Melissa Smith? What's going on, Melissa? Good to see you. Glad you made it in.
Hi, Melissa.
Kyo Saber says, glad to see you all. Glad to see you too, Kyo Saber. Glad you made it in, buddy. Ironcaster, what's going on, buddy?
Hello.
Internet had too much drama for just one of those tabloid magazines. That is true.
It would be a book. It would just be a book. Because, my God, internet time. Like, in all honesty, when I follow my e-drama stuff, it's just like, really? Did that really happen like 2 weeks ago? And it's just still burning? Shit.
It's kind of wild. That's just nuts. Well, and the other thing about it too, think about it now is you've got so many more personalities too. Because not only do you have all the Hollywood celebrities and stuff you've always had to talk about, but now you've got all these internet personalities to talk about as well, and all of their crap and all of their garbage that they're doing. So it's like, and so you've got commentators bickering with each other, you've got gamers bickering with each other, so it's like now you've got a whole new sphere of celebrities, quote unquote, to now talk about. So yeah, you've literally got like triple the workload now. Like, if the tabloids were trying to cover internet drama, fucking whatchamacallit would never be able to keep up. What's the really good one? It's always like TMZ. TMZ wouldn't be able to keep up.
Like, if you actually started going into like BreadTube and all the drama that's going on with that one, or if you start going into like iDubbbz and stuff, where he just torched his entire career into like ashes. Just, oh my God. All this shit with Destiny is just like, oh my God. Like, that's actually way more scintillating and more interesting than like, what is it? Jessica Alba or whatever, that one chick from Friends. How I Got My Life Together. No one cares.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Anderson.
Yeah. Anderson. It's like AITISON or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyway, I
Rachel
don't
from
fucking care
Friends.
yeah, I don't fucking care either. But yeah, Charlie Nuclear, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you over on YouTube as well. Good to see you. And Dragon, what else did Dragon News says? I see a dwarf. Why are you gay? Yeah, the dwarf. Yeah, we got a curly haired dwarf over here. Curly haired dwarf dinosaur. He was so sad about that until his daughter saved it. It's such a bitchy thing about all of the bad guys in comics, and shows are just turning them into podcasters and media critics. Yep. At least J. Jonah Jameson, it makes sense that he turns into Alex Jones. Yeah, I mean, that's true to a certain degree. They definitely have similar similarities as far as like screaming and yelling in the microphone. Like, because I mean, Jonah, even
Trying to make the frogs gay.
yeah, dude, like you go back and read like the like all the classic era of Spider-Man, and that is Jonah. Like Jonah has never changed, dude. He is yelling and screaming at everybody. It is his way or the highway. He's a fucking cheapskate from all hell, dude. Like he's never wanting to pay Peter shit. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's like Jonah yelling and screaming. Yeah, it makes sense for Alex Jones. Except the only problem is Alex Jones was right most of the time. Jonah was always wrong about Spider-Man because the frogs really were getting turned into transvestites. They were. It wasn't turning them gay. It was literally changing their sex. So I guess that kind of makes them gay. But anyway, that's beside the point. TZ Burton, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hail, Common Nerd, Sunker Maiden, and everyone. Hey, good to see you over on Rumble, man. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you made it in. Melissa said, I guess she's Anderson now. Yeah, what's close? Whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Yeah, what kind of name is Aniston anyway? Exactly. That's a fucking stupid ass name. What are you, fucking like some kind of Russian aristocracy or some shit? Piss off.
Plus, it's Hollywood. You're supposed to come up with a name that's actually like memorable.
Right. Exactly. Maybe that is her memorable made up name. I don't know. That'd be weird. Let's see here. What do we got here? All right. We're going to give you guys a little tease. And then we'll have to go Rumble exclusive, of course. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, but if you get into who he is, J. Jonah Jameson is actually a good person. Yes, he actually is. He's a good guy at heart. When everyone thought Peter was dead and Aunt May yelled at the superheroes, Jay went out to comfort her. I like Jay. Yeah, Jonason's got a heart of gold. It's just buried under an extremely thick and rough exterior from like, I don't know, like you can barely, you'd have to like examine it from orbit or penetrate it from orbit. You'd have to launch something from orbit in order to penetrate it without him naturally opening it up.
Did his family get killed? Like he had a family member that got killed by someone in wearing a mask?
Maybe I think it might have been his wife, because his son was like an astronaut and like, you know, an Air Force captain and like all that kind of stuff. But God, I can't remember on that one now. So Dragon Noodle says yup. So yeah, I don't know if he's saying yup to what you said or if he's saying yup to just what I was talking about with Jay Jonah. But yeah, I think there was some reason behind why he hated people with masks so much, like the guys that wore masks. I just can't remember exactly what it is. It's been too long. Stop it. It's been too long.
Nice, baby.
Yeah. I know she's a baby, but she's a tired, cranky baby. She needs to go lay down and go to bed. It's bedtime.
I want daddy.
She doesn't want. Oh, she only wants me when I'm out here. If I'm in the bedroom, no. It's all mama. It's all mama. She don't want nothing. I'll reach for her. She don't want nothing to do with me. It's only if I'm out here. Then all of a sudden she wants to come out here. It's ridiculous.
Well, you're doing something interesting, Dad.
Right? She's a ridiculous child. Absolutely ridiculous child. But that's okay. That's what we love about him. Hey, there you go, Kelsey.
That Kyle, but it's just I just put my hair up because it was getting a bit warm.
Right? Yeah, I feel you on that one. Sunker, don't say daddy again. Dragon Noodle.
What do you give me to make me stop? That did not come out well enough. Fucking hell.
Not bad though. Dragon Noodle, how much are you gonna pay her to stop saying it? Otherwise she might keep saying it.
Oh damn.
Or are you gonna pay her to say it? What? I didn't hear you, Sunker. What'd you say?
Oh, daddy. In a whispering tone.
Oh, it's fucking great.
No clipping. Bastards.
The Zygon Invasion, boys and girls. I'll give you a little tease. If you're over on YouTube, please jump over to Rumble. Find us at the Common Nerd over there. What? Dragon Noodle gifted 1 subscription to the community for $5. Tim Hayes got a subscription to our kick. I don't know what 1 gifted sub gets. I mean, is that enough to get her to stop saying daddy? I don't know.
That might go. I'll go 5 minutes without, but
okay, she'll go 5 minutes. There you go. So $5 for 5 minutes, $1
right
a minute. There you go. She's on the clock. Where are we at right now? All right, 9:31. So she's got until 9:36 before she can start saying it again. All right, here we go. Zygon Invasion.
He brought back Oswin and Eccleston in there as well. If he came back for the 50th.
Oh yeah, instead of having Tennant there, having Eccleston instead, that would have been cool. I could see how that would have worked. I can see how that would have worked out well. Yeah. Yeah. No. I thought that was a wonderful story. The 50th anniversary was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know some people are a little, I don't know, the ending maybe been a little, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought I had a lot of fun with it. I just love seeing, I really enjoy it. And I just love seeing them play together. You know what I mean? Seeing Tennant and how well Tennant and Smith just played off of each other back and forth. And, and then you've got Homeboy. Oh, God, I'm having a brain fart.
War Doctor.
I should be burned and sick. Yeah, War Doctor. I was trying to remember the actor's name. But the War Doctor just like sitting there in the back, just laughing, watching these boys just be ridiculous and saving the day in their flamboyant and outlandish way. And I don't mean flamboyant like Nakuti Gatwa's Doctor. I mean just flamboyant, over the top, out Doctor Who flamboyant. The guy that wore the crazy coats and the broccoli, the celery as the scarf, and the celery as a handkerchief. And so like all of that kind of stuff. So, and it was great. It was wonderful to see that.
It was called, I believe, eccentric.
Yes, eccentric. That was the word I was looking for. Yes, there you go. Eccentric. Absolutely.
Yes, I loved watching those guys. I wish they did another crossover between those boys again. That would have been so much fucking fun. Like they used to with Old Who. Just like sometimes they would do a little special thing and you have the Doctors crossing paths.
Yeah. Didn't they do one of them with like 5 of them at one point or something? And that
I don't know, but maybe.
I think there was one where they did, because that was the one that the first Doctor was getting so old at that point that he essentially he couldn't actually show up in person. They only ever had him on a screen the entire time. Yeah, because William Hartnell, because he was so old at that point that he couldn't get up to but he loved the show so much that he wanted to be a part of it. So they literally just they went to his house or wherever it was, and they dressed him up in the costume, and then they just recorded him saying with a bunch of lines that were all played off of everybody that were written into the script for everybody else to play off of. So he was only, and they of course they came up with a timey-wimey reason behind why he couldn't be there, of course, in person. But so that was really cool. It was one of his last, John Hurt was, the War Doctor, but that was one of those last great hurrahs that he got for that. Because that guy absolutely loved that show so much.
I do recall that one because when I go on drunken sprees, I usually just end up looking up old TV shows or Attack on Titan, and that was on one of my sprees was looking up when were all the crossovers for Doctor Who, and I did like when they went over and had him crossover with 2 and 3 because they're like, freaking hell. 3 and 2 do not get along. They never get along. This is like a unit going over and saying this. Like, they are not going to get along. You have to get one involved so those 2 fuckers can work together.
Yeah, exactly. So I loved that. And that's just how good, there was such good writing back then, and everybody loved the characters and they loved the material so much, and they were there for all of the right reasons. And, and everybody was coming together to make the best show that they possibly could. And that's what makes it so timeless. That's what makes it so classic. That's what's made this thing. That's what's made Doctor Who a culturally generational thing. You know what I mean? That grandparents passed it down to their kids, and their kids passed it down to their kids. And, so I love it.
Well, it was a family show in that, not because it was about family, but because you could watch it with your family. That's why
No.
Torchwood was never going to be as good as Doctor Who. It's because it was made specifically for a very a more niche audience versus. Are you being mean to your baby? Be nice to your baby. It's your baby. Be nice.
No, she's just tired. No, she pushed the chair, and she didn't. When she pushed the chair, she leaned with it, and she was like, "No." So she's having a meltdown. What were you saying? Continue what you're saying. Don't get distracted by the baby. Continue what you're saying.
She's really cute. No, the Doctor Who was something you could always watch with your family. Like it didn't have to be the most hardcore. It was at least there was enough there to where you could have your kids watch it, and then you could watch it, and everyone was having fun. Kind of like how Star Trek used to be, where you could have everyone freaking watch a thing and have it not get weird, or you didn't have to ask the kids to leave because a sex scene showed up. It was mature, but it wasn't immature in its maturity, I guess is the best way to say it, because like we're mature, we have blackjack and hookers is how a lot of shows approach and a more grown up, how they think grown up is supposed to be.
Right. It's essentially all of the sinful things that you get to do as a grown up because now you're quote unquote an adult, right? Yeah. Not dealing with serious circumstances, which that's the difference between a mature show and an adult show, right? You can have like you can argue that Batman the Animated Series was a mature show,
yes,
but it was done in a way where kids could still watch it, but it dealt with a lot of very serious themes and it had a lot of very dark moments, but they were never blood and gore, boobs and ass and stuff like that running around. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of the difference. It's Game of Thrones was an adult show. Did it deal with mature themes? Absolutely. But it was an adult show. Whereas Doctor Who sometimes dealt with very serious and mature themes and questionable morals and, should I, shouldn't I, what's right, what's wrong, is it right to do this in order to save all of these people? Do I sacrifice this in order to accomplish this, and so you've got all of that. And so it's not dumbed down and it's still a family show. Everybody can watch it and it's not SpongeBob or Adventure Time or all of this other garbage dumbed down, pre-K level intelligent conversations and themes,
art
you know
bullshit.
What I mean? Yeah. So it's like that. So, and that's what made Doctor Who so good, in when Who was good. So yeah. Anyway, Time Lord Boy, what's up, buddy? John Hurt, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you very much for being here, Time Lord Boy. Smash that like button over on YouTube if you haven't already. Make sure you join us over here on Rumble at the Comment Nerd. And yes, it was the 5 Doctors. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that, Time Lord. Thank you very much for that, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Inappropriate is the word I would have used. Yeah, that's totally fair.
That's actually what I hate about a lot of modern stuff is they don't know how to gauge. They don't know how to gauge tone anymore. They just kind of keep pushing the envelope, not for any reason other than to push the envelope, which is it's not a good look. It's about as timely as if you look at like movies like Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction, one of those both of those movies. They're talk about sex all the time. They're showing us sex scenes really, really, really mature. Yeah. And then you watch it nowadays, it's just like, oh, it's a basic Saturday night. If you just push the envelope just to push the envelope, it's only going to be important at that time because it'll become blasé whether or not. You want to try to make for something a little bit more evergreen and timeless. Yes, in my opinion, absolutely. But I'm a stupid idiot, so.
No, she's a paying customer that is absolutely valid to her, or is absolutely entitled to her opinions, because she is one of the millions, if not billions, that decide what in the culture and what from entertainment succeeds and or fails. And considering the numbers on some of the things in the modern era, obviously the customers have spoken, because they don't want this garbage. They want timeless storytelling. And I know, God forbid, strange concept. And I know it's so hard to do. It's not like storytellers have been telling timeless stories for, I don't know, since we could tell stories around a campfire.
I mean, who wants to hear Aladdin anymore? A story that came from fucking Arabian Nights. That was how old?
Oh, probably 1,000 years or something like that. You know what I mean? No. Who wants to see Arabian Nights done? No, I mean, yeah, Aladdin doesn't hold up. You can't go back and watch that movie again and again. What? No, come on.
Who cares about the Odyssey?
Right? So it's like, so it's so done. This is why they failed. And this is why we go back and watch the good stuff, because we've got 100 years of cinema and entertainment that most of us haven't seen 90% of it. And we got plenty of good stuff to go back and watch as the Renaissance begins and the independents come out and take over the old guard. So it's happening. It's happening all over the place. It's a glorious thing. It's a glorious thing. Nation!
I do like that. It was a very clever way to go over and get that to work.
It absolutely was. Good.
To go over and negotiate a good peace treaty, and you don't know who you're negotiating for. It's a little bit like, it's not quite the same, but it's a little bit like, okay, you want to split this steak? All right. Or you want to split this cake between these two people? All right. You cut, you get to choose.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same kind of thing. It really is. And it works out well too, because it's the perfect example of literally having to see things from both sides, because you don't know which side you're negotiating. So you literally have to consider everybody's opinions, everybody's wants, everybody's needs, because otherwise you're going to screw somebody over, and it might be your side. You don't know. So yeah, it's glorious. It's glorious. There, now shut the fuck up, pervert. By the way, the 5 minutes are up. I gifted 72 subscriptions here. I like that it records that. She's always going to get distracted by babies. That's a good point. She is. But yeah, I like that it records it too. Yeah, Dragon Noodles gifted 72 subscriptions so far in total over on Kick.
Christ.
Right? We need to get that on Rumble too. So that way you can make it like a competition between people. So they want to be top dog. I need to suggest that next time I see those guys.
And sweet talk that, because that is a thing. Because again, I watched Kinu Casino, and that's always just like, who's gonna be the top person?
Yeah. Who's gonna be the top donor tonight, boys and girls? Who's gonna be the top donor? Yeah, that's fucking cool. All right, let's rock and roll, because this is great with the Oswald's return.
One got turned into ash.
Yeah, that's so much fun. What? You're fine. Here.
Okay,
Bubba. Bubba. Go see Bubba. Go see Bubba then. Go see Bubba.
Oh, that is a tired cry. That's a tired cry. Oh. And one last thing, because we were busy sucking off how good the episode was, is the only person who could tell whose side they were on was fake Oswin.
Yeah, the Oswins were the only ones that knew, and it was because of the inhaler, right? Mm-hmm. And both of them were like, we're not saying shit. We're not saying nothing. We're not saying nothing. We're going to let them work this out. We're going to play this as it goes. And we ain't going to tell nobody nothing. Yeah, because I loved that too, because she started having a little bit of asthma fit, and the other one pulls out the inhaler and gives it to her. And as soon as she hits it, she goes, oh shit, because the Zygon didn't have the defect. They didn't have the asthma. They said,
I hate picking up people with a defect. That's so annoying to go over and replicate.
Yeah, because she had to pretend and fake it. So yeah. What, water? Yeah. So it was it was good. So I love these two. I love the Oswins.
No, you can if you want. Should we do it together?
Oh, hold on. This is fun. This is so funny.
Aww.
All right. Oh, it's Weirston. There you go. Oh, it's Weirston.
I'll feed her, Zane.
Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, okay. The silent
It's
one is
German.
always the top. The silent one is always the top donor and gifted subs. Sometimes.
I'm always on top.
Giggity.
In secrecy.
All right. That's as far as we're going on YouTube. That way I'll probably have to cut a little bit of that out later anyway. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, if you're over on the YouTube side, please, please, please join us over on Rumble. I'll drop a link. I'll just go ahead and drop a link over there real quick for all of you fabulous folks over there as well. But please, if you haven't already, join us over on Rumble. Follow us on Rumble. We just crossed 1,200 followers over there on Rumble, so that's really cool. And we're almost. Thank you. That was a couple of weeks ago, but we're almost there. We're almost there for all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys very much, boys and girls. Sunker, wave to everybody over there on YouTube and tell them goodbye.
Goodbye, Daddy.
Wow, boys and girls. Wow.
Or Auf Wiedersehen.
There you go, Peter Zane. There you go.
The only reason I know that is like he's screaming. Yeah, the only reason I know Auf Wiedersehen is because I took German in high school. Because I wanted to get that Black Forest cake the teacher always made.
That's fucking great. That sounds delicious.
It sounds
delicious.
It's